Is this merely a number on a digital screen? Or are we witnessing a new chapter in the history of the global music industry that is quietly reshaping the balance of pop power worldwide? How is it possible that an album released more than 2 years ago is suddenly surging wildly, as if it had just dropped yesterday? And the question that makes the public tremble with curiosity: what was Bang Si-hyuk's actual reaction when he learned that Jungkook had once again exploded, with a total of 6.7 billion streams for the album Golden? February 26, 2026 became an unusual day for streaming industry observers. Amid the flood of new releases from various global artists, Golden recorded 4,320,532 streams in just one day. That figure was not only large, but also jumped 13.44% compared to the previous day, equivalent to an additional 511,936 streams within 24 hours. The data was released by the Spotify chart monitoring specialist account at K-pop Stats 07, which has long been known for its consistency and precision in tracking K-pop performance movements on the global stage. The total accumulated streams for Golden have now reached 6,781,516,841 plays worldwide, a number that for many analysts is no longer merely impressive, but monumental. Amid this surge, one title stands out most prominently. 7 Feet Latto, explicit ver, once again became the main driving force with 1,966,671 daily streams, recording the highest absolute increase of 283,448 streams or 16.84%. The song, first released in 2023, seems to refuse to become nostalgia. Instead, it continues to reincarnate as a cross-generational ARMY anthem. This phenomenon raises broader speculation. Is this proof that the power of fandom has entered a more mature and strategic phase? Or is there a silent promotional orchestration that remains unseen by the public? The performance details of the 10 tracks on the album Golden on that date reveal an unusual pattern for a 2-year-old album. 3D feat Jack Harlow has surpassed 1,113,526,379 total streams with 559,753 daily streams and an increase of nearly 10%. Standing Next to You has collected 1,408,045,160 total streams with a double-digit increase of 10.71%. Even Please Don't Change Foot DJ Snake recorded the highest percentage increase at 19.41%. Songs such as Yes or No, Hate You, Somebody, Too Sad to Dance, and Shot Glass of Tears all showed stable daily growth. In aggregate, Golden gained more than 500,000 streams in a single day, reinforcing that this was not a random fluctuation. Academically, double-digit spikes in older catalog tracks are often associated with external triggers, whether social media virality, seasonal momentum, or specific promotional activations. However, in Jungkook's case, the data indicates a more structural consistency. The album is not merely surviving on Spotify Global, but continues to demonstrate a rare elasticity of consumption. In an extremely competitive attention economy, maintaining relevance for more than 2 years is an indicator of a strong artist brand and a listener base that does not rely solely on momentary hype. So where does Bang Si-hyuk stand in this narrative? As the founder of HYBE and the early architect of BTS's journey, his reaction is always under scrutiny. The public wonders whether he was surprised, proud, or had in fact predicted this scenario from the very beginning of Golden's planning. In previous interviews, Bang Si-hyuk has frequently emphasized the importance of building long-term IP, not just instant hits. If that philosophy was applied to Jungkook's solo project, then 6.7 billion streams are not a coincidence, but the result of layered planning that combines global positioning, cross-market collaborations, and the power of fandom. However, the emotional factor of ARMY cannot be ignored. Social media has been flooded with celebrations, chart analyses, and theories about the possibility of the next record. Many fans see this surge as validation that Jungkook has surpassed the idol label to become a global pop star with strong commercial longevity. In broader discourse, this achievement further strengthens his position as one of the most successful K-pop soloists in the streaming era. Is this the end of a wave or the beginning of a new peak? If within 2 years Golden has managed to approach 7 billion streams and still shows double-digit growth, then the probability of creating subsequent records is not a wild assumption. In an industry that continues to evolve, Jungkook proves that consistency can be the quietest yet most impactful form of revolution, and that dramatic question hangs once again: is 6.7 billion merely an interim figure on the way to an even greater milestone? If this growth pattern persists, it is not impossible that Golden will surpass the next psychological threshold faster than analysts predict. One thing is certain: February 26, 2026 is not just a date in streaming data archives. It has become a symbol that Jungkook's explosion is not over. The world may have thought the wave had subsided, but the numbers speak otherwise. And when the numbers speak, the industry listens. If examined more deeply, the surge of 4,320,532 streams in a single day is not merely a standalone statistic, but a reflection of the increasingly complex dynamics of digital music consumption. In attention economy theory, a 13.44% increase in a catalog that is more than 2 years old indicates a reactivation of collective interest, a phenomenon usually triggered by external momentum such as virality, nostalgic moments, or cross-platform exposure. However, in Jungkook's case, the data reveals a more organic and layered pattern, as if global audiences continue to find new reasons to return to streaming Golden. This phenomenon has sparked broader discussions among industry analysts. Is this proof that Jungkook has successfully built a musical identity that transcends the boundaries of his core fandom? Or has the power of ARMY as a global community entered a new, more strategic phase of consolidation and supporting their idol? When Seven once again surged to nearly 2 million daily streams, many observers assessed that the song had transformed from merely a summer hit into a digital evergreen. It no longer depends on traditional promotional cycles, but instead lives within a constantly pulsing streaming ecosystem. On the other hand, public attention has also turned to the possible response of Si-hyuk. As a figure who from the beginning emphasized the importance of global expansion and cross-cultural collaboration, this achievement appears to validate the long-term strategy he built together with his artists. The international collaborations within the album, from producers to featured artists, were not merely creative decisions, but also strategic steps to expand market penetration. When the figure 6,781,516,841 is clearly displayed, it becomes difficult to ignore that the once ambitious vision of K-pop globalization has now become a measurable reality. Interestingly, the double-digit percentage increases on several other tracks such as Please Don't Change and Shot Glass of Tears indicate that listeners are not fixated on just one viral song. They are exploring the entire album, creating a domino effect that strengthens the total daily streams. In the context of Spotify's algorithm, patterns like this increase visibility across various playlists and automated recommendations, expanding reach to new audiences beyond the traditional fanbase. Emotionally, this moment becomes both a space for celebration and a form of validation. Many fans see it as an answer to doubts that once arose about the longevity of a solo project amid the dominance of a group. Now the numbers speak firmly. Golden is not merely an experiment, but a career milestone that continues to evolve. The question is no longer whether Jungkook can endure, but how far he will go next. Amid the constant noise of new releases coming and going, one fact remains solid. The album released in 2023 is still capable of recording an increase of hundreds of thousands of streams in a single day in 2026. An anomaly that for some feels like a surprise, yet for those who understand the foundation of strategy and fandom loyalty, this may simply be the next chapter of a story that was always designed to be long. As the daily chart continues to climb, the public begins to ask in a more serious tone: is this a sign of the second phase of Jungkook's dominance as a global soloist? In the midst of an industry cycle that usually moves on quickly from older releases, Golden instead demonstrates an almost anomalous longevity. The figure of 6.7 billion is not merely a symbol of popularity, but an indicator of a listening ecosystem that remains active and continuously regenerating.